Devastating news this week that a 10-year-old hockey player from New Canaan died suddenly after coming down with the flu. This is said to be a terrible year for the influenza here in Connecticut. And with us today is the Commissioner of the State Department of Public Health, Dr. Raul Pino. And Dr. Pino, thanks for being with us here today.
Thanks for having us, Dennis.
People are saying this is the worst in recent memory. Is that correct?
Yes, and also what is really alarming is how rapidly the numbers are increasing in comparison with prior years.
Why is that?
Well, the Southern Hemisphere goes before us into the flu season, and it was quite a flu season in Australia. So we are predicting that we will see the same. And, it goes periodically into these cycles. It also depends on what kind of strains of the virus are circulating in the environment. And people should be considering to get vaccinated. There have been some effects on the vaccination movement and the acting-vaccine movement that may have played a role, but the reality is that vaccination continues to be the best tool.
What do we know about this boy who died, Nico Malozzi, and what kind of strain it was?
So we, as a practice, do not talk about individuals.
Okay.
But in general, what I can tell you is that in younger population, the B, influenza B is the one that causes most death. And in the older population, the strain, the A, is the one that causes it.
Do we know if he had a flu shot, if he'd received one?
I cannot talk about him per se. Even that his family has been very gracious,
sure.
And most of the information is out in the press. As a practice, we do not talk about individuals only when extremely necessary. But what I can tell you is that not being immunized is one of the correlations for children who die of the flu.
Can you still get the flu if you have the flu shot?
Yes, you can still get the flu, but in most cases it will be shorter time and also less of the disease without the vaccine.
So what is the state doing right now to educate people about the flu and to prevent its spread?
So we are educating our population into getting vaccinated. We also be engaging in several flu clinics around the state. We may have to do a few more. We also work in concert with our clinical providers. The hospital have seen a surge in their ERs, and the state is ready to deploy our mobile units in case that we need to provide additional beds for the hospital to continue their operations.
Dr. Raul Pino of the State Department of Public Health, we thank you so much for being with us here today on the program. Some good advice that will also be on our website as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. When we come back, are people happy in Connecticut, and what are they saying about what they want in our next governor? We will ask our panel. And don't forget to let me know what you're thinking about today's program. You can tweet me right now at Dennis House TV, or you can find me on Facebook at Dennis House 3, Instagram as well.